there everybody, this is Krista. I just knocked the camera. Whatever. And welcome back to the Krista Chronicles. Today, we're doing the mid-year tarot tag for this year. So excited. This is by Chanel from Chanel Days. I will have her video linked below. I love seeing these come around every year. If I can, I love participating. There's the mid-year tarot tag and the end-of-year tarot tag. And it's the same questions, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I think so. I don't know. Anyway, and I think it's just fun. It's fun to keep revisiting this and to just have this kind of check-in. So yeah, let's just get into it. We've got 13 questions here. So, question number 1. The deck you have used most so far this year. Now that's a tough one because I really do switch up what I use quite often and it depends on what I'm doing. So, but I will say probably the one I've used the most consistently is, and I feel like this is gonna be annoying, so sorry, but it is the new deck I'm working on, the unofficial name right now, that I think is gonna be the name. I like it. The Sacred Grounds Oracle. These are the backs, and so ever since I got this prototype, I've been using it pretty much every single day because I'm working on the guidebook, and the concept I have for the guidebook is every entry, or each card is going to have a poem to go along with it, so the message will be in the form of a poem. It just felt right for this. And also that, how do I want to word it? I think this deck is really one that can be used without any sort of guide. So I didn't want to get really like into the weeds with an extensive message because I just think I set up these keywords to purposefully be sort of, what's the word? I don't know, ones that I think everyone can place some kind of emotion or thought with on their own. And so the poems are me, like real time, pulling, when I pull that card, I make a reflection in the form of a poem, and that's what's going to be in the guidebook. So it's a little bit more of like a personal look at how I see the card, but that's to say that it's how I see that card in the moment. I've pulled the same card 2 different days and I see it entirely differently. So, I don't know. It's coming together slowly but surely. My question for you all with this is, considering that is my feeling around it, I could release this sooner just without a guidebook. Is that of interest? I don't know. Let me know. Because regardless, probably the guidebook would be sold separately. I don't know. Well, see, I don't know. Maybe I gotta think about that. I've never done a guidebook through Make Playing Cards. So, yeah, I don't know. My Cottage Witch guidebook is through Amazon, direct printing. And so I was thinking I'd kind of do the same thing, but I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. But yes, ever since I got this, I've used it every single day. I'm really excited about it. I've been getting a lot out of it. Yes, so that is my most used deck, definitely so far this year. Sacred Grounds Oracle. And the concept behind it, I think I've talked about this before, but the name comes from the idea that I feel we can make any space of our own sacred in some way. And so to me, like, it's all pictures from my garden, and because that is a space that I feel, just through my care and attention and just the way I feel about it, have made sacred in my own way. So there we go. All right, anyway, enough about me. Oh my goodness, I just launched tea everywhere. Yikes. Okay. That's a later me problem. A new deck in your collection is number 2. another one that is, that's difficult. I have many. As we know, I love collecting decks. So what I decided to go with this is one of my latest ones that I've been loving so much. And it is the new Echo Tarot by, I want to say, Tiana. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your first name, but username Tyrannosaurus Hex on Instagram and here on YouTube. She's got a fabulous full walkthrough of both of the editions of the Echo Tarot. There's this strawberry edition, but there's also, I want to say it's called the original, where it's black and white. These are the backs. I'm so obsessed with this. Oh, it comes with some astrology cards that I don't personally shuffle in, but they're cool. Anyway, it is a pip style deck that to me looks like that block printing art, which I think is so neat. I love the art style. I do love that it's a pip style deck. And pink and red, I mean, come on, right? Look at that for the Chariot. I've just been so pleased. No, that's not, how do I want to say that? This is bringing me a lot of joy. That's what I'm trying to say. These colors just make me happy. I love all of the choices for how to portray the pips. They're very intentional. I think it's very smart. And just the whole idea to offer it in 2 colorways, genius. Because I know there's quite a lot of people out there who love a black and white deck. I don't dislike one, but I do prefer color. And so I love that we still get that kind of like pared down feel with just like 2 color tones, but that it's pink and red. So fun. And that it's the strawberry edition. Look at this Hierophant. How good is that? So yeah, I've been really enjoying this. I love that we get this one card, the Hermit, that's red. It's kind of the opposite. Very neat. I think this is so good. I've been keeping it in my bag. It's great for quick readings, or I don't know. The only thing I have left to do is to find it a pair. That's been an interesting challenge. I kind of thought it would be easy considering it's like there's not a ton going on, like colors and things like that. But the red and pink, these bright shades, has been a bit of a challenge. But I will say, I want to find more pairs, but I have found an amazing pair, and it's the Poesis Oracle. So good with this. So even if that's the one I have that works the best, like, totally fine. It's so good. So yeah, that is a newer purchase of mine that I've been enjoying so much. The Echo Tarot. Alright, next up, we've got a deck that could be better. Now, I mean, like always, I'm always very honest on here because I kind of can't help myself. Things just come out of my mouth. And so, but I want to preface this by saying, like, I still really like this deck. It doesn't mean I don't like it. Okay, let's just go. So the deck I think that could be better, and also one I received from the first half of this year, is the Victorian Fairy Tarot. And this, like, it breaks my heart to say, because there was so much care and attention that went into this. Things, like, kept not going as planned for these creators, which I felt so bad about. And I also love this deck. I have one of the original mass market editions. I thought it was so cool that they chose to come out with it indie. And what I'll say is that, like, what I think could have been done better isn't really, it's not make it or break it, at least to me. So, and I still love this edition and use this edition. But my 2 complaints with this. One is that the gilding feels like kind of, I don't know if thick is the right word, but there's almost like an edge. It goes a little bit over the sides of the card where it feels like there's like a raised edge to each of the cards. And then also, I think I mentioned this maybe in like a walkthrough, or I don't know, somewhere that not every card, but some of the cards feel kind of blurry. Almost like the image was blown up to make it this size and make it like kind of not borderless, but that it was zoomed in to the point where, again, it made the image kind of fuzzy. And comparing it to, again, and I don't think it's really something that, it's not a big deal, but I have the original to compare it to, so I did. Yeah, I think I have a video comparing them. And so that kind of just made it obvious to me of like the original version, it feels much crisper, where there's a little bit of a fuzziness to this deck. But even looking through it now, again, it's not like the biggest deal in the world to me. And I think if there wasn't that comparison, I don't even know that I'd notice. I still think it's a beautiful deck. I love these backs. I love everything about it. I think it's fantastic. The guidebook, what a beautiful, beautiful guidebook they made. So, not to say that I don't think this, like, isn't worth it, or they did, like, a horrible job. Not at all. I know there was quite a few snafus. So, but when I'm thinking about, you know, something that could have been done better, this was the one that came to mind. And again, I want to be honest. So, yeah. That is my deck that I think could have been done better. I know it almost seemed like, because it went so over the timeline, that there was maybe a little bit of like a thought of like, okay, we really just got to get this done. I don't know. But yeah, a little bit of a blurriness. I think if it didn't have that gilding, it might have just been better without, sort of thing. But still beautiful. Still use it all the time. But yes, Victorian Fairy Tarot. Alright. Number 4 is a deck you're currently using. So right now, what I've been using the past few mornings is also a new one to me. It is the Wild Chorus Oracle deck. And this is one I've seen quite a few places. And where did I see it? Maybe I saw it, I don't know. I saw it somewhere recently that like something, it's one that I've had on my list for a long time. And I saw a picture of it truly like later last week. And just was like, nope, need it, and bought it on the spot. And they must live close to me, because no, I don't know how it came here so fast. It got here Monday. Crazy. And so I've been using it since, and wow, do I love it so much. It's so good. You know what it reminds me of? If you mix together the Story Medicine Tarot with the Animal Woman one with, like, I don't know, like Prairie Majesty. Like, the guidebook to me gives Prairie Majesty. The cards feel like Story Medicine with these key phrases right on there. I think it's so good. The artwork is beautiful. Yeah, this is one where I'm like, yep, I'm gonna be using this. I just want to use it every day for so long. And that's kind of been my mode lately, is like, I find myself that I really get obsessed with oracles lately, and I will use an oracle for like days and days and days on end, but it's almost like every 2-3 days I'll switch up the tarot pairing, and I've been having a good time with that. I guess I find it easier to, I don't know, feel like I really want to spend time with oracles. Very interesting. But yes, that is what I'm currently using, the Wild Chorus Oracle. And the first pairing I am working with it is one of the Story Medicine Tarots. I believe it's the 4th edition, the Seaweed Sisters. Beautiful, beautiful pairing. Yes, love it. Alright, question number 5. A deck that's been the biggest surprise, and I feel like I've had a few, There was two I kind of thought of, but I feel like this one was like the biggest surprise for me, and it is the Golden Keys of Gaia Oracle. This is one I did receive for review, and I was asked if I wanted to review this, and I very nearly said, no, I don't think so, because I looked at this and I'm like, there's no way. This is not my style. The topic of it is like not something I really like felt like I prescribed to. But then, I don't know. There's this little thought in my head of like, let's just try it out. And I will say, oftentimes, when I have that little voice, even though I'm like, there's no way, often I am very pleasantly surprised, and this one is definitely one of those cases. So, but it took me a bit to warm up to this. It's a beautiful deck, but again, the theming of it, which, the Oracle illuminates paths to discovering the golden keys, fostering a deeper connection with yourself, nature, and the world soul. Yeah, I don't really know why. I think just, how do I want to explain what the vibe felt like to me? Almost a bit like, why is the only word in my head like yoga? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Regardless, like, while I think the artwork is beautiful, it's not my usual style. The few things I saw, like, of the cards, I was like, I don't know. Then I got it, did the walkthrough, and I was like, no, wait, this could be cool. Put it aside for quite some time. Then I discovered it is an amazing pairing with Lisa Papez's Unicorn's Journey Tarot. And, which, like, I never would have expected. I don't even know what made me pair them, but I did, and I was blown away. And then I threw this into one of Andy and I's monthly practice around the Lionheart readings, and it came up time and time again, and I loved it. I loved it so much. It was so good. It completely took me by surprise. I really didn't expect to, like, love this deck, but it's a good one. It really fits a certain kind of mood. And again, pairing with Unicorn's Journey, they like feed into each other extremely well. So that is the biggest surprise so far this year, and it's the Golden Keys of Gaia Oracle. Alright, number 6 is your deck crush. Are we gonna even be surprised? It's the Kate Forsyth Fairytale Oracle. How many times can she come up in videos? Within a week? Apparently 3. Oh, I got this maybe like, I don't know, whenever it came out. Around there. And used it for a week and a half straight. I didn't give this one up until Monday. I got that Wild Chorus deck in. But that was the only reason I switched, because I love this deck so much. I think it is perfectly done. The cardstock is beautiful. The whole concept is great. The keywords are awesome. The guidebook is amazing. I have truly no bad things to say about this. And I could even see myself, like, when I feel like I want to take a break from the Wild Chorus, like, going right back, because I think it's so, so good. Ugh, it's just gorgeous. I am obsessed with it, truly obsessed with it. So that's my current deck crush, Kate Forsyth's Fairytale Oracle. Okay. Alright, next up is a favorite card from a deck. Oh my goodness, so sorry about that. How's my little heated coaster? My mug got stuck to it. Okay. We're going on a little bit of a hunt together. It's from the Folkloric Forest Tarot. And as soon as I read this question, the image of a card from this deck popped in my mind because I love it so much. Don't ask me which card it is, because I don't know. And I could have found it ahead of time, but I don't know. It's a pretty deck. I figured, why not hunt together? That is a good one. Oh, okay, came right up. Never mind. Wow, this is the first time that's ever happened where it's in the first few cards. So it's the Six of Pentacles, Six of Earth from the Folkloric Forest. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. This like basket of spilled raspberries. I don't know. I really don't know how to put into words like why I love it so much. It just tickles my brain in the right way, and I think about it a lot. Like ever since I saw it, whenever I'm thinking about raspberries, which is a lot right now because, I don't know, I've been talking to my sister about raspberry bushes. Our black raspberry, I don't even know, I wouldn't even call it a bush. The true brambles are flowering right now. This card, this image pops in my brain. I just love it. I love it so much. What a beautiful deck. The whole thing is so beautiful, but that card, just yes. So that is a favorite card from a deck. Okay. Number 8, a deck that makes you happy. And again, I wanted to kind of stick with decks I have gotten so far this year. Because I have a lot of decks that make me happy. Technically, every deck makes me happy. But this one, oh, I just spilled the whole thing. Okay. All right. Everyone relax, it's fine. This one fills me with just so much intense joy when I see it. Like, I was trying to describe this in another video where I just want to like take my hands and do this because it just, it's like I'm so filled with joy I don't know where to go with that energy. It's the Everybody's Oracle. Oh my god. I have so many feelings, all excited feelings, but you know what it is? I think this kind of drawing, it brings me to Blue's Clues. I don't know. That's just where my brain goes when I see this sort of art style. And I love Blue's Clues, but oh my god. Like cute aggression, are you kidding me? The colors, the thick black lines, it just makes me feel so like intensely happy. And beyond that, it's an amazing, amazing oracle deck. Such good readings from this one. Oh my god, I should bring this one back out. Ooh, okay. I know I said, ooh, maybe I'll go back to Kate Forsyth, but this would be fun. It's also a really good deck to just do like a single card from. The potato, are you kidding me? So I often will put this in my work bag too, to pull a card before I start my day. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't even. It's too good. It makes me so happy. That's the Everybody's Oracle. Love it. All right. Number 9. A deck with a great guidebook. Now this one, when did I get this? I don't know. I feel like if I didn't get it in January, it had to have been like December. And probably late December. But a deck that I think has like one of the greatest guidebooks is the Shakespeare Tarot. This, it's so good. Now, this is specifically like great in the sense of, I think it goes well into the tarot meaning, but it spends so much time kind of going into the Shakespeare reference and why that is like the pick for that card. I mean, look at this. For the Ace of, you get all of this, all of that. There's so much in here, which I know is not everyone's jam, but when it's the right kind of topic, for me, yes, tell me everything. It's so good. It goes into like just the perfect amount of information, I feel. There's such an attention to detail. It's definitely like a single card draw kind of deck for me, because imagine for all of these. But I love it. I love it so much. I think it's amazing. I get so excited when I've got like, feel like I really want to like sit down and spend some time. Great deck. I love it. I feel like I learn something every time I use it. All right. Ooh, okay. Number 10 is a deck you want by the end of the year. And what I want by the end of the year is 2 of the latest oracles from Broccoli magazine. I think yesterday they literally just released a new celestial one, but then they've got a cat one. Ooh, that's so cute. I've got a lot of the collection, so I brought out the Flower Tarot, the Flower Oracle, I mean, just to have something to look at. But they have a whole series of decks that are in this same exact style. It's the same collage, same borders. And I love that. I love a collection. And so I really like them all. The flower one might be my favorite, I would say. But I like them all. I use them all. I think they're set up really well. The artwork is beautiful. The only one I wouldn't have then is the crystal one, which I'm not much of a crystal person, so that's why it just like didn't really tempt me. Maybe someday I'd get it just to like, I don't know, complete the little collection, but I don't know. I don't know how much I'd use that one, so at the same time I'm like, maybe not. Probably not. But the celestial one looks really cool, and like the cat one, right? So cute. But I love these, and so whenever there's a new one, I always take a look. And I'm excited about the celestial one, so that's one I definitely, I'm not in a rush, because they don't really tend to like run out, it seems. They're a great price. It's 44 cards for $44. So, but yeah, I think that is one I'm definitely looking at and definitely want to get by the end of the year. So, yes. The new Broccoli magazine oracles, celestial, and cats. Alrighty. Number 11 is a deck you haven't used yet but want to this year. And for me, that's the Apothecary Spirits. I think I've done like one reading with it when I got it, but then right after that, I got this, it was in the winter time when we got this in from Kickstarter, I want to say. And immediately I was like, this has got to wait for like late spring, summertime. That's just going to be the vibe. And so I've been waiting. I kind of thought, originally I was like, springtime will bring this out, but spring has come and still I'm like, no, I think this needs like a little bit of warmer weather. And the time is coming. It surely is. Within the next like, once June hits, I have a feeling I'm going to want to break this one out. I'm so excited about it. I think it's so well done. It's so beautiful. I think it's going to pair really well with the tarots I like to use in the summer. So I'm super excited about it. And so this is definitely one. I haven't used it yet, but it's because it's been waiting for its time, which is absolutely going to be before the end of the year. Certainly by the end of like the next month. Love it. So that is the Apothecary Spirits Oracle. Alright, number 12 is the favorite video you've made this year. And I had to go back through my videos because it's so funny. I feel like I just don't remember. Like once it's posted, it is out of my brain. But my favorite one I think I have made so far this year was one of my tarot and neurodivergence video series, which that in general I love. I haven't made one in quite a while. But anyways, actually this probably was my latest one. It was my tarot and neurodivergence video about deck collecting and the ways that collecting decks just like really has helped me a lot, kind of navigating the journey of late diagnosis and the whole like mental transformation that is around idea of self and things like that, and like self-acceptance. But yeah, I think that's my favorite video I've made. Okay, last but not least, we've got pull a card for the next 6 months. Well, all right, what do we want to use? Let's use the Folkloric Forest. I was gonna use the Everybody's Oracle, but I feel like I want this. This was probably not that it necessarily matters, but I feel like the intention was a tarot card. So let's do this. Such a good shuffle. All right. We got, okay, Slay. 7 of Air. Okay. Nothing like getting roasted and toasted right at the end of your own video. Well, but I see the 7 of Air. I think there's 2 things going on here. I know a lot of the times the interpretation is someone around you maybe being a little sneaky or dishonest, but I also think it can point to the ways we can kind of lie to ourselves and like cheat ourselves out of certain experiences. And that's been a big thing I've been working through, especially speaking of late diagnosis, especially with that, of kind of the working through a lot of the ableist ideas I have in reference to myself. And so the 7 of Air comes up a lot for me in that respect. So I think it makes sense. I know there's a lot more I have to work through with that. So we shall see. But yes, that is all the questions for today. I love this tag. Thank you so much to Chanel for making this and continuing to do it yourself so that I see your video and I'm like, oh yes, I want to do this. All right. Other than that, I hope you're having a great day so far. And I'll see you again very soon.